Okay, once again, I'm going to start making a video here of a place that I did a video of a couple years ago, but I wanted to get back here. I was in the area for some other things and decided to make a quick stop here again. So I am at the site of, let's see if we can still read this. I am at the site of what was actually the site of what was a prisoner of war camp in south-central Pennsylvania, Camp Michoud, in Michoud State Forest. Yeah, you could read this before. I don't know if POW. It's kind of hard to see, but you can just barely kind of read it there. I guess an army insignia there. But this was a POW camp during World War II. Late in the war, well, 43 to 45, according to the sign. And it was actually considered to be an interrogation camp. So it was where they were interrogating prisoners. From my understanding, mostly German, but there were a few Japanese prisoners held here. But before it was a POW camp, in the 1930s, it was a CCC camp, Civilian Conservation Corps camp. So I was here a couple years ago, was the last time I was here. And I doubt if it's changed much since then, but yeah, there's an old fountain over here. After the war, it was also then used as a Christian camp, as a kids camp. And this is a fountain, obviously. There's a lot of just scattered ruins around here. So I know this is a building that seems that whenever I see anybody making a video of this, including myself, their thumbnail seems to use this building over here, because this is about the most kind of interesting part to the site. And I know that's what I used in other videos I've seen of this place. That's what they've used. So it's kind of recognizable for this site. So I remember the last time I was here, it was in the fall, so there were not as much growth around. Then there was a hunter here too, and I felt bad because I felt like I kept bothering him, scaring the deer away. And I did climb down here before, get a look up from that. Maybe I'll walk along the stream down there and see if I can. Oh, they got a historic marker over here too. I don't think that was there the last time, so I'm going to take a look at that. Okay, so by this marker here, then this is the old swimming pond. And this was a so if I have this correct, this would have been where the swimming spot would have been for the kids, if I understood that marker correctly. And it does have walls around it, yeah. You can see that now. So interesting. So teenagers would have swam in here, what, 60 years ago, I suppose. I thought it was a regular pool, but apparently, if that sign back there is correct, then apparently it was the pond, was the pool. And here goes another shot of the dam. I'm going to go back by crossing the stream here. So some of the photos on the historic marker here. So that's the CCC camp, Civilian Conservation Corps camp. And then a pennant from the Camp Michoud. And if people pronounce it differently, I don't know, that's how I've always pronounced it, Michoud. So this might have been the little sort of, I guess it would have been the pool house here. So earlier I was up top of that, and I want to get down and take a look at it again. I don't know what that would have been used for. Nothing really in there. And that might be easier to go up the other way. Alright, and I decided to get my bug spray out and spray myself here because bugs are kind of bad. Wasn't sure, I just brought it with me. I hadn't planned on using it unless I felt I really needed it. So I just did that. So it's pretty buggy here. And so when I made my video here a couple years ago, it was just photographs, and I thought this was when I was only doing photos. When I first started this channel, I started basically, I would go out on hikes, check out these places, and initially I hadn't ever really planned on doing them on YouTube. I was just doing sort of blog related type things, and eventually I figured out that I can make quick slideshows with photos, so I started doing that. And I thought, well, I'll just post those on YouTube. So that's what I started doing, and over time it's evolved. And so that's why I figure some of these places where I just did the slideshow type videos, I figured I'd revisit and make fresh videos. Because originally, it's funny, originally I figured I would never go back to another site for a video that I was already at. But I think if it's fresh content, then it's fine. And this is different because, like I said, it's not just a slideshow. And I know some people have complained in the past. I think some people liked the slideshows, some people didn't. So I'll still probably do both, I figure. because I look at it like everybody's got their own taste, so some people are going to like one thing, some people are going to like other things. Now, last time I was here, I don't think I went too far down on this trail because it was in the evening and I didn't have a lot of time. So I don't know if there's much anything further down this trail or not. Oh yeah, there's more over here, looks like. Yeah, and I know I didn't come this far down last time I was here. And a nice little waterfall. It doesn't look like there's much else this way. Okay, so the main camp was over in here, and I'm coming back through this, what was an access road, just kind of like starts here by where that waterfall was. Then it appears to just head back towards the road. So I figured I'd come back this way and see. Doesn't look like there's going to be much along here. But it's just interesting if there's... I mean, this could have been when the... I'm guessing this would have been put in when the CCC camp was here, because that was what their function was, to go around and build roads and trails and sort of other things. I mean, I talked about the Civilian Conservation Corps camps before, because I visited there's a few sites around Pennsylvania that have them, and they were done in the 30s to give young men, their 20s, mostly. I think there were age limits, but to give them jobs and things to do, kind of thing, during the Depression. For me, it's wanting to understand what was here, what was in these places in the past that have just kind of nature taking over again. And I just think it's so interesting because of so many different functions that were here. I mean, to go from a work camp for young unemployed men in the 30s to a POW camp in the 40s to a Christian summer camp in the 50s. I guess it was the 50s through maybe the early 70s. Alright, so I'm back to the main gate of the camp. The trail I came back kind of brought me further down from where the entrance was. So I think that's enough for this walk around, this explore. Okay, and before I sign off here, there was a, I forgot this was here, it's a marker for the Civilian Conservation Corps camp that was here. So, S51, 1933 to 1941, although one of the other signs said 1942, so who knows. I know most of the camps were disbanded, I think in 42, because of the war, of course. The people were no longer needed for building roads and forests, they were needed for the war. So, alright, so I'm going to head back down to where the sign is for the entrance to the camp, and then sign off from there. So I know there's some more other stuff up think I hit all the major things that I know of being here. So I think there's a few more scattered ruins too up on the, I guess it would be the north side of that of the trail that goes in. But I think I hit all the major things. This will be it for the Camp Michoud. And again, if people pronounce it other ways, you know, that's fine. That's the way I've always pronounced it. But that's my visit to Camp Michoud. Thank you for watching as always. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks.